in general, I just think there's a stigma in the Black community with regards to mental health. Also, the lack of trust that there is with regards to medical systems or hospital systems. What I also find, and I try to empower the parents that I'm working with, because they always talk about, well, we're not the experts. We're not the experts. So they don't advocate for themselves or for their babies because they just want to get along to go along. Because there are folks with a string of letters behind their names that they feel know better than they do. And what I try to do when I'm working with parents is empower them and to say, yes, the doctors and nurses have gone to school and they've studied for numerous years, but they're not the expert of this particular child, right? You're the parent and your voice is as important as any other voice that is in that room. And that's when I have sessions with the parents or families that I'm empowering them. You're the expert. No book has been written about this particular child. We are currently writing this book, and you are an important factor in that. And so I help them to find their voice. There are sessions that I've done where I'm like, okay, well, let us do a little research and figure out what this long word means and try to break it down and all of that. But how do you want to go in and advocate for your child? How do you want to go in and advocate? And we do a little role play. You know, we practice it. And then I say, okay, well, let's go. You know, I coach them up and then send them in there to let them know that your voice is important. Your questions are valid. And even coming up, we're helping them to come up with questions that they want to ask. Let's write them down. And so when you go into these meetings, you know, there's nothing wrong with taking a notebook in there and reading from that notebook and asking these questions and then writing down what the responses are. Because once again, they can be present, but their minds might be going all over the place. So write the things down so when you get to a place of where you're not so dysregulated, you can read your notes and get a little more clarity, right? So you know exactly where you're moving.